What's up, everyone? It's Sean with Marketing for Service Professionals, and today I want to tell you the number one reason why your Facebook ads are not working, haven't worked in the past, or why your cost per lead on Facebook is so astronomically high. And the second part, what you can do to bring those ad costs down and get your Facebook ads to start working. But before we jump into the video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. You have no idea how much it helps this channel grow, as all the content that I put out on YouTube is absolutely free. So if you could do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. But let's just jump right into the video. Like I said, guys, the whole goal of this video is I want to show you one of the main things that you can do to start getting your Facebook ads to perform better. So if you're optimizing for messages to get leads directly on Facebook, you can get those to an affordable cost. An affordable cost should be somewhere between, $8 to $15, anywhere in there, and your Facebook ads are probably running really well. If you're outside that range or they're just not working at all, you're probably going to benefit from this one thing that I'm going to teach you today. The other thing is, most of you guys know I do own a marketing agency where we run Facebook and Google ads for pressure washing businesses and anyone in the home service industry. If you have any questions about how that works and what the costs are, there is a link in the description where you can actually book a consultation with me. It's 30 minutes long and we can get on a call and I can tell you all about it. But all of the content that I put out here on YouTube is for you to consume if you want to attempt to do this stuff for free. That's why I do it. So let's just jump right into the Facebook Ads Manager and we're going to get right into this video. All right, so we're in the Facebook Ads Manager, and the number one reason Facebook ads don't work, and there were three reasons why, but there was one that always stands out when I take a look at somebody's account, and it's that your ad is not getting seen by the right ideal customer, meaning that your audience is off. I can't tell you how many posts I see on Facebook groups when I do these consultations with people and I look at their ads and I look at their audiences, and they're just way off. They're completely missing the boat when it comes to the audience. That's who sees your ad. So it's not necessarily the placement of the ad, but it's who's actually seeing your ad. And so the two audiences that you want to use is either a lookalike audience or you want to use a direct retargeting audience. And I will explain right now. So if we just click on one of these ad sets, it doesn't really matter. We're at the ad set level here. This is a sample demo account that I have. If I scroll down here, past budget, and we go to the audiences tab. I'm going to do a little explanation here of what we're looking at. So this particular ad right here, this campaign, if you will, the ad set level, if you look right here, I currently have a lookalike audience that's 1% of the business page audience. That's not the best audience to use. One of the best audiences that you can use is a lookalike from video views, and I'll explain that a little bit. But basically what this audience is the first step was we ran an ad where we optimized for video views. So we showed a 60 to 90 second commercial to anyone in our service area, and basically what we did is we kept the targeting very general. If you look here, the targeting's wide open. Basically put in the zip codes of where you want your service area to be. Don't really mess with the age too much. As you can see, 22 to 60. As we know, most of the customers in the home service industry are closer to 30 to 55, both genders, and I've kept detailed targeting all the way open. And I know you're going to say, like, Sean, shouldn't we narrow it down to homeowners or people who have an interest in Home Depot or Lowe's and stuff like that? No, because the strategy here is we show them a video and we can create an audience of people who have watched the majority of the video. So let me explain. So if I click on these three little lines here on the left-hand side of the Business Manager, what I'm looking for is audiences, okay? So assuming that I ran an ad where I showed a video to pretty much everyone in the service area, what I can do is I can hit create an audience, create a custom audience, and the source that I want to use is that video that we ran. So I click that, and then here's where it gets very interesting. So as you can see, I can create an audience of people who have watched my video, right? So what I would do is something like maybe people who watched at least 25% of my video in the last 365 days, and people who watched the video ad in 365 days. Choose the video. All right, so make sure that you select the appropriate page, and we're just going to choose, this is a sample account, right? So we'll just choose this video here, okay? So when I create this audience, essentially what I have done is I created an ad. It was a video ad. We showed it to a ton of people, waited for it to get a ton of views, and then I created an audience of people who watched at least 25% of this. And this is how we can single out our target demographic, because anybody who has a general interest in that video is going to watch at least 25%. If they just click right off of it, they're probably not our ideal customer. So people who watch at least 25% of that video are probably in the realm of our target customer. And this is where it gets better, because now I can create a lookalike of those people. So I can go here. I'm going to type in United States. You have to put United States there. And I can create an audience. So now that's it. So that is our audience of what we would want to use to target our ideal customers to get messaging leads. So I'll kind of recap this because I know that was a lot. So step one is we show in our service area a video to everybody that's in our service area. After, let's say, a week or two of running at least a $5 to $10 a day budget on that video, we can create an audience of people who watched at least 25% of that video, right? Because we know if somebody's going to sit there and watch 15 to 20 seconds of a pressure washing or a painting or a lawn care commercial, they probably have a general interest in our service. So we create an audience of those people. And then where it gets better is we can create a lookalike of those people. So if the general spectrum was the age 30 to 50 and they had these general interests, we're telling Facebook, find more people who look like the people who watch 25% of our video. And that is the audience that we can use when we go back in to create our ad, right? So let me bounce back here. So if I just go back in here, I'll go to the ad set level and I hit edit. And we're at the ad set level, and I scroll down here, right here. So I can, if you're creating this ad from scratch, when you get to this part, you would click here, click on lookalike audiences, and then that audience that you just created, which right here, people who watch the video ad 365. That's the lookalike audience I just made. So now when we show this ad, it's going to find people who look like the people who watched our commercial previously. And that's probably why your Facebook ads aren't working that well and you're not getting messages for the appropriate cost, because not the right people are seeing your ad. And so by doing that strategy where you create the video and then you create an audience of the people who watched your video, this will get you a really good audience to show your ad to. Now, obviously, you have to have really good ad copy. You have to have a really good creative, which I'm not going to get into this video, but those are important. Those are the other things as to why your ad may not be performing well. But here's a bonus tip. Okay, so as you can see, we can run that to a lookalike audience. What is even better than that is if you do a direct retarget, right? So I can go to custom audiences, and now if I were to run this video or this ad here, the only people that would see this ad are people who watched the video. So in an appropriate setting, what you would want to do using this strategy is you'd have two campaigns. One, showing your commercial to everybody in your service area, and keep that running with a $5 to $10 a day budget, ideally a $10 a day budget, and let that run indefinitely. Your second ad with your audience here is anybody who watches your first ad, show them your second ad, and then we want to optimize for messages, which is basically leads on Facebook. And that's what this is right here. So people who watch video ad 365 or whatever you name that video, if we were to create this ad, then basically they see the video and then they almost immediately will see the second follow-up ad. And that's the best form of Facebook advertising is, you see it all the time. It's like if you get, you go and watch a YouTube video, or I'm sorry, a Facebook video, and then you start to see ads for those products. That's why that strategy exists. The only reason it wasn't my first choice and go-to in this video is because you do need to continue to run that video basically indefinitely as long as you want to run this ad. So ideologically, you should have at least a $30 a day budget to do this strategy. $10 a day at a minimum, could be $5. I would say $10 a day to run your video commercial to everyone in your service area, very broad targeting. That's happening all the time. And then you have this second campaign where you're optimizing for messages, and basically it's a direct retarget. The only people who would see this ad is people who are watching your video, if that makes sense. So I know it was a lot to throw at you, and obviously you can pause this video at any time. You can send me an email. My email is actually in the description of this YouTube video. You can book a consultation with me. I can give you some more clarification, or if you just have questions about any of this stuff, budgets, targeting, creatives, ad copy, leave a comment in this video, and I'll do my best to try to address it. I check the comments, at least once a day. But I hope this helps, because again, the reason I wanted to make this video is the most important reason why your Facebook ads aren't performing is the right people aren't seeing your ads. You could have the best creative and the best ad copy, and you could be even offering services for free, but if it's not getting seen in front of the right people, then it doesn't really matter. So your audience is where you want to start. And then obviously the second and third one would be having a great creative and a great ad copy. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, book a consultation, or leave a comment in this video. And you guys have a great rest of your day.